everybody, and welcome back to Quarantine Kids Storytime. My name's Sascha Cooper, and I'm the co-founder of the project. Here it is again, folks. It's the weekly weekend roundup, where I bring you revisits to past tales on this channel, which are in shorter form, and then we highlight the chapter book of the week, as well as go into depth about any projects or announcements that are coming up for this channel going forwards. So if you are new to the channel, welcome to you all. We really appreciate your support. Seriously, if you'd have said to us a year ago or so when we first started this channel that we'd be on 138 subscribers, I'll be honest, I wouldn't have believed you. I wouldn't have believed any of you. But it's true. We are, as of now, on 138 subscribers. And I don't know what it is we're doing right, but, well, something's working. So thank you for your support. But if you, of course, haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so, because then what will happen is you will see lots of different videos come out pretty much every single day, apart from obviously at the moment at weekends when we revisit. And that's the other reason why we do the weekly weekend roundups, because YouTube, being amazing as it is, it doesn't obviously let you know when tales are being reshared. And there are tales that really do need to get out there. And of course songs, if you're into more songs and dances, that kind of thing. But all that aside, the reason why we do the weekly weekend roundup is so that we can highlight the playlists at the end as well for you to check out and peruse at your own leisure. But of course, if you are going through our social media channels on Twitter and Facebook, which are listed in the description box below, then of course you'll be able to see the tales as they are shared. But the playlists on YouTube, if you just prefer to do the YouTube thing, there will be a little video right at the end so that you can click on them and you can basically peruse the playlist as much as you like. But then, of course, if you don't want to wait till the end of this video, don't worry, because on our main landing page, you can see all the playlists of all the stuff that we have had on this channel since the beginning from last year. Now, what is coming up over the weekend? Well, first and foremost, I'm going to put forward a tale that I did as part of a series of Grimm's fairy tales. And if you're anything like me, I love Grimm's fairy tales. I love dark fairy tales. And there's always something a little bit, delicious about them, I think. And they're great as well for children, whether you're as young as 4 or 5 up to 100. And that's the lovely thing about this channel as well that I forgot to mention. Whether you have a small child that you're trying to entertain through these uncertain times, or even if you yourself need a bit of relaxation and switch off period, check out everything that we've done and yeah, just lose yourself, because that's the point of this channel. It's escapism. And I'm going to encourage you to escape with one of my favourite Grimm's fairy tales, which is called The Valiant Little Tailor. Now, part 1 will be today, Saturday, and tomorrow is the second part and final part to the tale as well. Now, also today, another revisit that we're doing. We are going to revisit one of our guest readers. Now, the guest reader spot, we did go through a little bit of a phase where we had storytellers or singers who basically weren't part of the original team, but they liked the sound of the channel and thought, I've got something. Do you mind highlighting it? No problem. That's where that comes in. So, Debbie Bridge was one of the first special guests that we had on board at the beginning of this channel. And she not only did a wonderful fable around ravens for us, but back, I think it was in the summer, she actually started giving us some songs that she'd been working on. Now, these songs are original material, and one of them is focusing around penguins. In fact, the penguins of Omaru, and it's got a very, very, very catchy tune, which I can never get out of my head. And it, so don't be surprised if you hear a Wama wama whoop, wama wama whoop, wama wama whoop, penguins of Omaru. Coming up. That's a little taster of what you'll expect. I can't do it as well as Debbie, but hey, you got to have a bit of fun with these things, haven't you? And I tell you something, that was such an amazing thing to break up as well the stories on the channel that we had to include it this time round. Tomorrow, Sunday, we have another one of our guest readers who came on board with us sort of late, roughly about late summer, early autumn. Now this guy has a very, very special story with this tale. He's called Dedi Madden, and what he started to do in lockdown at the time was actually start to create stories that just popped into his head and put it to music, live music as he was playing it. And he did it especially for his son. And, well, what happened was magic. And so obviously when he was told about us, he thought, would it go down well? Let's see what happens. So I had to listen to it, and I have to say I fell in love with this. And it's called The Boy with the Sunshine Inside. And especially with this heat wave that's supposed to be hitting us very soon. I hope so anyway, because at the time of recording, it is so cold. It's unbelievable. I even have my trusted, faithful zebra blanket at the ready, just in case it gets triply cold. But anyway, it's supposed to be spring, guys. It's not supposed to be winter. Anyway, I digress. We need a bit of sunshine anyway, and this particular tale is absolutely gorgeous. So if you love original tales like we do, this is definitely the one for you. That will go out tomorrow. Now, of course, if you're enjoying our Dr. Dolittle series that we are releasing with the wonderful Alice J. Crouch, which is, of course, in audiobook form, we are now up to chapter 10 as of recording, and we've met the Push Me Pull You. So if you want to see what happens on the next adventure with the Push Me Pull You, join Alice J. Crouch from this coming Monday with chapter 11 onwards of Dr. Dolittle by Hugh Loftman. So she will make sure that goes out Monday to Friday. And then, of course, we come back for the weekly weekend roundup. Now, from next week, the weekly weekend roundup is going to be dedicated solely to promoting our Shakespeare audio project that is in collaboration and association with the Blind Cupid Shakespeare Company, making Shakespeare accessible to everybody, whether you are young and you're being introduced to Shakespeare for the very first time, or even if you're loving the bard, but you don't know what on earth he's talking about with some of the stories. Well, this is the perfect project for you. Now, here is the situation as it goes and why we're having donations. Basically, the tales, as usual on this channel, to make sure that it is accessible to everybody, that will go out for free. You know, everything that is being created, that will go out for free in order to expand audiences. However, because the people on board with the project have given their time for free since day one and who have very kindly come on board, well, for a lot of them, it is their third big project with the company. And before, we've raised money for charity. But now, tapping into the whole thing with Charity Begins at Home, what we'd really love to do is encourage donations that will be split between the two companies to not only support and appreciate our actors on both sides, but also to go towards future projects that the companies will be embarking on. So, if you want to donate, click the link down below at 2 p.m. GMT, when the link will go live on Eventbrite. We'll also be sharing this widely on social media as well, so do check out our Facebook page as well as our Twitter page, which will also be listed down below for your perusal. So, like I say, that link will go live at 2 p.m. But in 2 weeks' time, the tales will be launching on the 10th of April and will be released every Saturday and Sunday at 2 p.m. Saturdays are dedicated to Quarantine Kids Storytime, and Sundays are dedicated to the Blind Cupid Shakespeare project. Okay, so please do support, please do promote, and you know, we're going to be talking more and more about the wonderful people who are involved with these projects as the week progresses. But for now, I'm going to leave you with this thought. Words empower, words build and create. If we let it destroy, we crumble. So let us build up that awareness, let us build up that confidence using the power of word, and let yourself escape into a different world that words create. And on that note, thank you so much as always for supporting and, well, enabling the work that we do to continue. We really appreciate it. Thank you. My name's Sascha Cooper, and this has been Quarantine Kids Storytime. Take care, everybody, and I will see you next week when we talk more about Shakespeare and also about the wonderful people involved with this project. I'm so excited. It's unbelievable. Can you tell? Anyway, take care of yourselves, guys. Stay safe out there as always, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye!